Hey guys, and welcome to day 8 of the July Scrapathon. So today's challenge is called Inspirational Songs, and I'm going to read you the description. So make a layout inspired by your favorite song. It could be anything, a lyric as a title, documenting the story, the song itself. Do whatever inspires you the most. So I personally did a title for the song, and then I did I did a lyric as a title, and then I mentioned the song in my journaling. And I like to do that a lot. I don't know, it's just it makes me, I like, from years to come, I'll look back and see, oh, there's that song there that I really enjoyed at that time. Or mostly when I do that, I have huge titles, and that just motivates me to make like sort of a different design on my page. So I really like doing that, and I do it quite often. Well, not too often, but whenever there's a challenge like this somewhere, or I'm really into a song and I have this lyric stuck in my head, I try to incorporate it somewhere. Okay, so that's that. I really hope you do this. I do want to someday document all the songs I'm loving at the moment. I haven't figured out how yet, and that's a project for another day. So I'm going to be quiet now and move on to the next thing. So today's guest is Chelsea Marie, and I hope you stop by and see her video. I can't wait to see what she came up with. Also, join the Facebook group. So you can be able to participate and enter to the grand prize. Now, I forgot to mention, if you have no clue what I am talking about, you can check the introductory video, or you can join the Facebook group, and it's all written down in there. But if you don't want to join a group without knowing what it is, go check out my intro video. It's in the description below. So I don't know why this is taking so long. It's taking 2 minutes. I've been filming a few of these today, and they're all going over 2 minutes. And anyway, and also check out the April Lilli store and blog. She has an awesome store and an awesome design team. They make some great stuff, so head on over there. And I am going to let you watch my process now, because I think I've talked too much. Okay, so I pulled a white piece of cardstock, and now I'm going through all my letter options to see what I want to do, because I have a really big title and I'm not sure what stickers I want to use and what small stickers. So I'm going to play around with this quite a bit, which is why this part of the video is sped up more than the rest of it. So I started off with the Wonder Thickers, and I thought I could do some of the sort of smaller words with those, and then do this important words, let's say, with a large sticker. So my title is gonna be I Got My Shades On, Here Comes the Sun. And that is a lyric from the Something I'm Good At song by Brett Eldridge, and it's a country song, but it's a really peppy one, and I am currently loving it, and it's very summery. I don't know, I just love it. So go listen to that too once you're done watching this video. Even if you're not a country person, you might like it. It is a bit country, I'll give you that. But so yeah, I did I attempted to do those blue felt words, but I didn't like them. And then I thought I'm just gonna do these white rockabye thickers, and I can always color them in with a red or a blue or a yellow or something. So I spelled out the word shades and sun with that, and I got the word got and here in the black foam thickers. And then I pull out these prism alphas to do the tinier words, so like the I and on and my. And I did do comes too, because I do want to add a third sticker. So I am doing that, and then I'm moving them to see how I want to place them. And I don't have a wax paper, which for this layout I kind of wished I did, because I moved those alphas, I gotta say, at least 15 times, and I edited out quite a lot of me doing that. And then I tried to use those Tim Holtz alphas, but I didn't like them. So what I'm doing is I'm using a combination of yellow and blue, and then I tried some orange, but I'm not really liking it, so I'm gonna get rid of it after I try it. There, so off it goes. And I wasn't really liking how this was going. I didn't really like, I don't know, I think the problem was the black. But I did play around with quite a bit, and before I got rid of those too. So now I'm just going to do the rest of the words other than shades and sun with this prism in yellow and blue. And I'm doing one yellow, one blue, one yellow, one blue, one yellow, one blue. So for example, I think is in yellow, and then got is blue, and then my is yellow. So my original design idea was I would do the two photos at the sort of the top part and then do the title at the bottom. But I don't know, I thought I could switch that around, so I'm moving the title again, and then I just decide I am not going to move those letters 50 billion times before I even have the papers and embellishments and I don't know what else. So I got rid of all of them. They're on my desk, and I'm going to do some mixed media, and this part is also sped up because it's not going to end up working for this layout. I don't even know what I was thinking, but anyway. So I used some pink blue watercolor, and then I mixed in some gesso with tons of water so to whiten it up, and then I'm mixing it again, and I'm just splattering it smushing it onto the page. And I normally love how the packing technique looks, but I think the color was just off. I don't know what went wrong, and the blue wasn't too bad, but then I added the yellow, and that's where it really went bad, and it's just, I didn't like it, so I'm tossing the background. I'm gonna toss the background after I glue on those stickers again. So I start putting all the stickers on there, and then I thankfully I didn't put them all on there before I decided I didn't like the blue background, so I gonna chunk that in a bit. So I left and then came back, and I thought maybe I could turn this in an 8.5 by 11 because I wasn't feeling it. So that's my report card, but it's the same size as an A4 paper, and I was using it as a sort of trace, whatever. So that's why you saw that there. And then at this point, I have decided I'm going to put my two photos to the side and put my title on the other side, and that's how the page is going to go. But it's going to have a lot more things on it in a bit later on. Okay, so I'm gluing all of those back. Well, I'm not gluing them with glue, I'm just sticking them down. And then I went and got some paper pads. So I got the Tangerine Rise and Shine because I just love all the bright colors. It's not Rise and Shine, it's +1. I keep saying Rise and Shine, I don't know why. I don't even own Rise and Shine. So it's a +1, and I'm pulling in some cut aparts and just picking out some papers that I might want to use. So I placed that frame under the title. It's a gray color, and I really like how that looked. And because in the photo, so my sister, this was pictures of my sister taking, me and my sisters were doing this photo shoot sort of thing. So my the older sister, she's younger than me, but she's older than the one in the picture. So the middle sister, anyway, was dressing up my little sister. And then my little sister was going nuts with poses and whatever on my wall. So my wall has a nice blue color, but because I edited, I brightened the pictures, you can't really see that. But anyway, so what was the point of that? Yeah, so it was in my room, and the only empty space on that wall at the moment is in front of that fuse. So I don't know why they didn't sit in front of the fuse, and half of the fuse is poking out, and there's also the Ethernet wire. So anyway, my point is there's a bit of gray in that wire, and I didn't want to add black. It was too dark for this layout, so I'm going with a gray neutral anyway. So that's why the frame, I think, looks nice, because it doesn't make the wire pop, which is, I don't want the wire to pop, but it kind of brings in a nice grayish element. So anyway, that was a huge rant about why I used the gray frame. So then I pulled the Snap Insta cards and pieces, I think. So it's a snap pack with some square cards and some die cuts. And it's the summer edition. So it has some reds, and my sister has wearing red shorts. So I pull in a red pattern, so the back side on a previous layout, I cut out the icon that was on one of those cards, and I'm using the scrap pieces to layer in behind the photos. So then this is a paper from the +1 pad, and I thought I could cut out some of those hearts and use them on here, and I really like how that turned out. So I cut a yellow one and 2 black ones because I didn't want to completely dismantle the whole page, and I like the yellow one. So I didn't cut all 3 yellow ones because there's only 1 yellow one in each row, and I want to be able to use that heart paper on another page somehow, so I didn't go through and cut all the yellow pieces. Okay, so now I'm going through some chipboard sets and the prism collection because I wanted to pull in some of that blue and yellow that's in the words, and I just took out the prism collection sticker sheet, and I found that square thingy that had both the blue and yellow, so I thought that would look nice to sort of bring in those colors. So I'm kind of doing 2 clusters now where my photos are, so where the overlap on the bottom and at the top. And then I also added a bit of that red under the frame to bring in the red over there. So I'm trying to bring the same elements to all 3 clusters. Not all of the same elements. For example, that square sticker is not going to be in the frame cluster. But anyway, I'll talk as I go. So then I randomly put that ice cream die cut there, and I really liked how it looked, so it's going to stay there. And I'm going through more chipboard sets, and I'm trying a couple of things. So yeah, so this family one has a lot of red, but I wasn't really liking the sentiments for this layout. But I did find that piece that said happiness. That's a multicolor piece, and I like how that looked on that frame, and that is going to stay there as well. So now what am I doing? I just kept going through embellishment options and stuff. So now I cut that sticker in half so I can add it in both of the elements, in both of the clusters where the photos are. And yeah, so now I'm going to do some more cut apart, some more paper from the +1, and more cut apart. So yeah, okay, I cut that cover part that says my happy place because I like the blue, and I'm gonna stick it there. And I didn't want the whole card. I don't know what the measurements are. So if you had that in 12 by 12, it would be a 3 by 4. So I don't know what it is in a 6 by 6. But I could do your math, but I don't have time for it right now. I'll miss half of it. So anyway, I added a tab to the top there because it had some I think it's gray, so it matched with the gray hearts and the gray frame. And then I hate that frame. You'll see why later, but I thought I could use one of those frames because I love the design of it, but I now developed a hatred for it. I'll tell you the story in a bit. So then I randomly put these 2 by 2 squares from the Simple Stories on one of the clusters, and I really liked how that looked. So I liked the bottom ones, but then I thought the top ones was too much, but the top part did need something. So I tried to make them work, but they just weren't. I was really surprised those worked there. See, you have to try things sometimes to see if you like them or not. So yeah, then I was trying to find a die cut to put up there, and I found that cloud one with the sun that I really wanted to use on this page because there's a sun on it, and the title has the word sun in it, even though there's a cloud, but a lot of the cloud is covered up, and what really stands out is the sun. Okay, so now I'm going in for last minute embellishments. So for example, I pulled out some enamel dots and some stuff, but first I have to glue all of this down because nothing, and I mean nothing, is glued down. So I'm going to fidget around with it. I didn't like the placement of the title, so I'm moving it again. I'm moving it a bit higher because I wanted to move the whole cluster higher because I felt that those 2 cards that I added were too close to the edge. So then I scooted over that frame, and I really liked how all the clusters were connected, so that gave it, I don't know, I like that a bit more. It gave it more of a continuity to the layout. Okay, so I was staring at this layout at 10 o'clock, and I decided to add some things, and I didn't turn the camera on because the lighting was really bad, but basically all I did was I glued down everything because I don't think you would like to see me glue down things, but that's all I did. And then I moved these letters a bit, like I moved them another 3 times, and I am so tired of moving those letters. So I'm not sure if I'm completely happy with how they are now, but I will not dare move them again. That's just, I can't. So anyway, other than the gluing down, I added my journaling, and then I added some doodly hearts because I swear I cannot see that black pen in one place and not have it elsewhere. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. So I added some doodly hearts, and then I felt like the layout needed some sort of border, and I didn't want to do a doodly border, and I didn't want to frame it on anything. So I decided to pull out my distress inks, which I haven't used in so long, and I really want to get back into using them and maybe get some more when I go to the States later this month. So yeah, so I used the Abandoned Coral color, which is a red color, and this is the mini distress ink. And I inked the edges of the paper, and sometimes I sort of inked further than the edge to sort of just to bring out a bit more red, and you can see that it's bordered easier. So that's about it. I still feel like there's something missing, so I'm going to push and fast forward and see if I end up adding anything. Okay, so what I forgot to mention there was that I added some shading where the white letters are because I decided not to color them. I really like the sort of how the white on white look, but they were getting slightly lost, so I used the same pen that I use for journaling and just sort of outlined the insides of them to add a kind of shaded look. So I'm still gluing a couple of things down, and then here is the great frame. Oh my god, see, so I stuck that frame down, and then when I pulled it up, a whole piece of chipboard came off, and now there's adhesive all over that photo, and I was trying to rub it off, and I even got some water at some point, and I just kept making it worse and worse and worse. So at some point I just thought, just leave it there. I tried to cover it up with some things, but that just didn't look good. I could technically print another photo, but there's a lot of stuff glued down onto this one, and I wasn't in the mood to go downstairs and press print and print the thing. So yeah, that's it. And I did add some rhinestones on the page, and that completes the page. So here are some close-ups. So don't forget to check out my collaborators video, and join the Facebook group so you can participate in the challenges and enter for the grand prize, which is a $20 gift certificate to the April Lilli store. So go on over and check out the store as well. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the Facebook group, and I can't wait to see what you all come up with. So I'll see you tomorrow. Yes.